Okay, so we're recording now, right? So the mind vitamin we're going to cover today, obviously the 3rd of May, new month ahead of us. So we're going to cover confidence and energy, right? Just a few slides, right? Look, it's not going to be anything overwhelming here. I've kept it simple, very basic, right? Some of you, actually, both of you guys that are on here today, you won't have this particular piece that we do. I think we cover this in the foundation phase. Not I think, we do cover this in the foundation phase. It's around week 5, week 6 that we start looking at how to strategically grow your confidence, right? Now, two of the most important assets that we must protect as men, right, is confidence and energy, right? Like when it comes to succeeding at anything in life, like you need the confidence, okay? Like a lot of people say, you know what, like if I wish I had the confidence to do that. Or when we're low on confidence, like we don't follow the goals that we set out to achieve, right? When we're low on energy, it's the same thing, right? When I was in hospital last week, and for the next 5-6 days afterwards, like I literally had no energy at all, right? And I can't do anything when my energy is not on point. There's nothing I can do, right? Our bodies, like you'll have heard me say this before, like is the vehicle that's going to drive us to our destinations, right? Like the destinations that we want to go to. And our body, if we don't have energy, then you know this, right? We're basically fucked. That's how I felt last week, like absolutely fucked. I couldn't do anything at all. So we need energy, but also the confidence to go and do certain things, right? Right. The two biggest factors, this is my opinion, by the way, like two biggest factors to success are confidence and energy, right? Like, look at this guy here standing there, right, to get to the top of the mountain. And Peter, you've got something like this coming up, right? You've got Kilimanjaro, right? It's a big, massive task. There's a lot of self-doubt going in. There's like, shit, I've got to do this massive mountain of a task in front of me. I don't have the confidence right now to do this. Now, and obviously you're going to need a lot of energy, right? You're going to need the confidence and you're going to need energy, right? So we're going to show you today. So what is success, right? My definition of success is it's a series of small wins, right? If that all added up, like equals the big thing, right? It's a series of small wins, a series of small achievements that added up over time make up the big success, what we look at success. And this is how I define it, right? So for me, like we can, like I said, the two most important things that we must protect as men is confidence and energy, right? So how do we go about protecting our confidence? And obviously, and also cultivating our confidence and growing our confidence and making sure that our levels of confidence remain at a level that we want it to be at for us to move forward, right? So for me, confidence comes from evidence, right? Like many people say, like, forget looking back, don't look back, look forward, right? But I remember a couple of years ago, I was climbing Ben Nevis. I was climbing, right? I was in a phase where I was going about climbing mountains. I was down in Wales and stuff. And I just remember like my first, like I actually did Ben Nevis as my first mountain, right? Like went up, walking up Ben Nevis, and I was feeling drained. I was like, Jesus Christ, this is going to be never ending, right? I can't be arsed climbing all this mountain. I just remember the whole time for about a third of the way up, like I had this constant chatter. I was like, I'm just going to turn around. Like, this is, when am I going to get to the top? I'm never going to get to the top. Eventually, about a third of the way there, was a couple hours in, and I decided to stop. And I sat on this rock, right? My head was down. Like, it was a constant struggle all the way up for me. And I remember just turning my head and looking back and looking down, and I could see this amazing view and like cars like down and people like all the way down and how far up had come in a couple of hours. I just remember getting this feeling of, wow, like I've actually walked all the way up here, right? Look at the road and the path I've already taken, I've done, look how far I've come. And that moment I realized like how powerful it is to look back and how that can boost your confidence, right? To be able to sit back, reflect, and to actually look back at how far you've come, right? It gives you a massive boost in confidence, because for me, after that, like walking up, I was like, I felt reborn, right? I was like re-energized. I was like, wow. So is that making sense, guys? Like, am I making sense here?
Yes.
Yeah.
So one of the questions that we ask in the Facebook group, like each week, is this is an exercise I do as well. Is that we must be able to do this strategically, right? So in the foundation phase, there is one of your evening habits is going to be looking back at your day and looking for 2 to 3 wins from your day, 2 to 3 things that you've done well. And can you imagine like doing that every day, right? Over 7 days, that's 21 wins from your week. Okay, if you do that in a month, what's that? 84 wins in a month. Over a period of 12 weeks, what's that? 250 or something wins for 12 weeks. You do that over the course of a year, that's like 1,000 victories that you've had. Like, can you imagine what that would do to your mindset? Can you imagine what that would do to your confidence? Like, can you imagine what that would do for you, right? Just imagine having that portfolio of evidence all the way behind you through the course of a whole year. It's powerful, right? So this is a way of protecting our energy. Sorry, not protecting our confidence, and obviously our energy as well, right? Because it does give you energy. It will boost your energy, boost your morale, right? So what I want you guys to do now is, I'm going to ask you to come on one at a time, and we're going to spend a couple of minutes, like 4 minutes. I just want you guys to give me what your 3 biggest wins are since being on this program. Who wants to go first?
Yeah, I'll go.
All right, come on.
So, yeah, I'll say one of the biggest wins is I've started to get used to the cold showers now. It was quite difficult to begin with. I won't lie. Definitely out of my comfort zone, but you know, I've built myself up now. Before I just wanted to just turn the tap off, to be honest, but now I look forward to it now. Yeah, it's become a bit of a habit now. So that's one of the biggest wins. The second one is definitely consistently, you know, I've addressed the issue around the toasts, so just 1 toast as opposed to 2. So that's been that was quite an easy transition, actually. I don't really feel like I'm missing out or anything. So that's a big win for me personally. And I think the third one is really like the mindset in terms of that I'm moving in the right direction there. And I think it's a combination of the small habits, the small changes that I need to make, which sort of compound over time. Whereas, I mean, you could be making the wrong changes every day, and that will again compound into something, you know, far, you know, negative in months to come. So I think I'm on the right path now, and just need to monitor everything now. So I think they're the sort of biggest wins so far that I can sort of actively identify. In terms of sort of the exercise regime, to be honest with you, last week wasn't brilliant. I had my cousin's wedding. Yeah,
we're going to come back to that.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I'll leave it at that then. Yeah.
Cool. 3 biggest wins. All right. So the little things are the big things, right?
Mm.
Right. How did it make you feel looking at like saying those wins to me just now?
Yeah, I mean, after, when I look back at them, I feel good. I feel like, I've made a change. It's the right thing. I actually feel better as well, especially after the showers. A little sense of achievement there. And yeah, it's like, I can do this attitude. That's what sort of resonates with me. Yeah, I can do something a bit more than this now. And so I'm going in the right direction. So that's how I feel genuinely inside. So I'm happy with that.
Awesome. What was your takeaway from this mind vitamin today?
Continue still on the same path. Just keep on making those minor adjustments, because I think the way the whole course is structured, it is minor adjustments, but done on a daily sort of basis. And don't forget about how far I've come on the journey as well. And I'm relatively new into it, but whatever, outside of being on this course, wherever I am, obviously there's been some good things and obviously a load of bad things as well that's got me to where I am. But not just to look back on everything as, that it was all bad, there's some good things as well. So just acknowledge those good things and just carry on moving forward now. So that's how I interpret it.
Nice. All right. Okay, Peter, are you all right for me to bring you on and share your 3 biggest wins?
Yeah, I think the really big one was the use of the word habit. And it seemed like a small thing at the time, but it had a massive impact. I'd always, for some weird reason, thought of habits as inextricably linked with the word bad. And then that changed to good.
Yeah. And
So,
what did that lead to?
it led to me giving up my vape 2 weeks ago. So it's pretty massive. I've been doing that for 5-6 years, before that smoking and things like that. So I wasn't expecting that to just get chucked in the bin so quickly.
So one change in perspective led to you giving up the vape.
Mhm.
Interesting, huh?
Mm.
Nice. All right. So give me a second win.
Well, realizing that you have to lose to win sometimes as well, or give up something to win at something else, which is basically it's ironic that today we're talking about 3 big wins every day. I'm one of the worst for not giving myself credit. So today could be a big one, because not last weekend, the weekend before, I climbed 5 Munros in 2 days, 21 miles, 8,000 feet ascent and descent each way. And I thought, okay, that's good. I'm in a good place for Kilimanjaro, but I'm going to have to give up the Edinburgh Marathon. But that's okay. I still haven't managed to press the button yet to actually cancel it, but I've still got this voice in my head saying, you could probably do it. And I probably could, but I'll probably be in no fit state to climb Kilimanjaro a week later. So, but even just being able to not kill myself too much about it and just readjusting my training from last week into this week. So these are all big things that seem to happen when you really look at the small things. I think I've always been a big picture sort of guy, which is fine as well. But the focusing on the small details has been one of the big 3 as well.
Nice. Okay, so the first one, the first win for you was the revelation or insight.
Yeah, just on the habits. Habits can be good as well as bad.
Okay, the second one, what's the second win specifically?
How do I describe it? I suppose realizing that you need to sometimes take a step back to go forward. That's probably the best way.
Sorry guys, bear with me. I've got bloody my wife phoning me. Hello. Okay, I will call you back because I'm on a call just now. Women, huh? Everything's an emergency. All right. Okay, so second win was that realization about taking a step back. Sometimes you need to step back.
Well, that was about 2 weeks ago.
What's the third one?
Can't even remember now. Yes, it's just been the focus on the small things.
Focus on the small things. Nice. All right. Okay, guys, good stuff. So, Kamal, I'll take you back, open you up again. So, what's one thing you're struggling with, Kamal, today that you want to get resolved?
Probably just doing the exercises. I had one question was I was reading about the well, not reading, I'm watching the video, your videos around the 10,000 steps, and does that count? So is that in addition to the 3 sessions a week, or is that included sort of the 10,000 steps? So let's say like I did, I don't know, I did a 5,000 steps this morning, let's say with the dog, I took him for a walk, whatnot. And then this evening, I plan on doing a cardio session, let's say a bike, a bike session for about half an hour or so. Is that the total 10,000, or is that out of the actual bike session?
Right. What do you mean specifically?
So would the bike session, the steps in that, would that count towards the overall 10,000 steps or not? Or is it always in addition to the 30-minute cardio 3 times a week session?
All right, okay. The 10,000 steps, that's the minimum daily requirement. So this, like, we're looking to build this as a non-negotiable daily habit.
Yeah.
If you want to include it into your exercise or not, that's totally up to you.
I would say you would have to, because 1 week when I done those 5 Monroes, I was over 20,000 steps a day. So I would have wanted to add another 10,000 on top of that. So I think if you're doing your exercise, I think you can include that, especially at the start, as part of your 10,000.
I've been looking at it, and for the last few days, it's been hovering between like sort of 6,500 a day, and then that's like well short of the recommended. Now I don't know whether that's, I'm just looking at my phone sort of thing and just seeing whether, I don't know how accurate it is, or is it accurate? I don't know. But yeah, obviously it's short of the 10,000. However, I haven't this week, I don't know, I haven't been able to do the 3 sessions. I only managed to do 1 session, and then this week's been a bit weird for me because it's all finished now, but the whole week was it was basically parties every day, because of we had a wedding, like my cousin's sister's wedding, and like Saturday was the final reception. And I don't know about you guys, but if you've been to an Asian wedding, they seem to go on for a bit, and there's plenty of food and drink and crazy stuff that goes on. And I mean,
plenty of
late nights and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, a bit overindulgent, definitely, and probably a little bit too much to drink as well. But so yeah, it probably wasn't the best of weeks last week, but it is what it is. It's gone now, it's finished. So yeah, no, I just want to get back on the 3 sessions a week and try and get those steps up. I think that's one of the main things I need to sort of do.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, just don't overthink it.
Don't overthink it, yeah.
Just
Yeah.
do it.
Is that a
Yeah.
Fitbit watch you're using for counting your steps? Because it should.
I've got an Apple Watch, and I looked back. It's quite good actually. You can look back like 6 months of your history, even 12 months, and it was on an average. It was around about sort of again just under 7,000 steps a day. That's what it averaged out on. Now again, I don't know how accurate it is, but I'm assuming it should be fairly accurate. So yeah, I just need to. If the way I look at it is, if I'm up to 7,000, then I'm already 3/4 there, sort of thing, so I can just do a little bit more, get my 10,000 in, and do my sessions every week.
Buy a dog.
Yeah, well, that's it. I have a dog, so I normally take him out in the morning and in the evening. So it's a good 20 minutes in the morning, good 20 minutes in the evening. So that.
How many steps have you done today so far?
Okay, let me tell you. Okay, just pulling up on the system here on the computer. So today, just shy of 4,000. So just shy of 4,000 so far.
What's the target for today?
The target is 10,000, but yeah. So I still got to do my exercise for today, and I still got to take him out for a walk in the evening as well. So yeah, the day's not done.
Could
At
be
the end of the day,
simple as-
Kamal,
Alright.
at the end of the day, Kamal, is like tonight, have you done your
Yeah.
10,000 steps? Yes or no?
Yeah.
That's all we need to know.
Yeah. So the way I look at it is, about 4,000, close to it has been done. So part way through the day now. So, and there's without any other activity. So I reckon I could hit it. I could do it. It's possible.
Kamal, can I make a wee suggestion?
Yeah.
Your morning walk and your evening walk. You make
Yeah.
one of them 40 minutes, the other one 30. You probably get your simple as that. And you probably won't even lose that time. You won't even notice it. Something like that can just get you up to where you need to be. A 20-minute walk, give the dog a fright, take him out for half an hour.
Yeah, that's a good idea actually. Yeah.
Be surprised. Be surprised the difference it can make.
All right, Kamal, does that help?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Perfect.
What's your aim for between now and our next call then? What's the aims for you?
Definitely, I want to get my sessions in. I think that's a top priority for me, is to get my my fitness sessions in. So definitely get them done. And changing, continue with the habits, but also now is the portion control size. Make sure that I'm not overeating, where I'm thinking maybe I'm hungry, and over the years, obviously, you've got into habit of piling on the plate a little bit more than what you should really, that your body actually needs. So being really mindful of that, and preparing, so cooking, myself, getting the ingredients, and actually preparing a meal as opposed to relying on takeaways or fast food and stuff like that. So yeah, I think mindfulness around the cooking, the portion size, and someone told me once, like, it's incredibly hard to go fat if you are eating, clean food all the time, So when I did the exercise, putting things down, and I was like, made me think. So I was like, well, if I can eat 80 or 90% of the time just clean food that I've prepared, that's not from outside, then there's no reason why I can't have fish and chips on a Friday evening, which I love doing. Have a few drinks, because 90% of the time you're good, and if I'm doing my exercises as well, there's nothing to feel guilty about. So I think that's what I'm going to try and do now. But I think portion size is a big thing for me. I probably do pile on that plate a lot more than what was shown on the video. So yeah, I'm going to use my palm and my fist and stuff like that to actually regulate how much I'm putting onto that plate. But yeah, that's what I want to concentrate on this week. Yeah.
Good. Okay, so I'll bring on Peter. Peter, the Who Are You was your assignment for this week, wasn't it?
I'm only still finishing off week 2. Don't go into week 3 until tomorrow, I think. Don't know if I've lost track. I feel as if I was almost a week ahead last week, so I don't know.
Okay. So last week we looked at the future self model, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we spoke about that. So I take it you've still to do so the next one is the Who Are You model.
Yeah, I've only looked at the introductory, the first video of week 3.
Right, okay. That's fine. Are you struggling with anything just now?
Yeah, probably like Kamal said there about the portion sizes and snacking, especially with coming off the vape, because I've not beat myself up about it. I'm an overweight bloke in really good shape underneath, if you know what I mean by that.
What do you mean by that?
I feel like underneath the fat that I can't seem to get rid of, I'm actually quite fit and strong. Because I've been doing a lot of training and a lot of hill climbing. So, but I've been struggling to get rid of the weight. And as much as it's been a great thing coming off the vape, it maybe stopped me snacking. So I've been struggling with snacking. I've been struggling with the diet, actually, breakfast, lunch and dinner. It's pretty much the same, but I haven't really been as focused on it the last week or so. Again, sometimes, even though I've got more time in my hands, I actually feel if I was at a more structured working life, basically I can decide what I can do, what I'm doing each day, which has its own problems when you're trying to install discipline. If you're at a job where you're told you need to be there from 8 till 12 and you have your lunch at 12 to half, and then you're back home, blah, blah, and you have your dinner at such a time. It's easy to lose discipline. That's what I feel. I'm kind of struggling a wee bit with snacking. And I wouldn't say it's massive amounts, but because of, I don't know, I do a lot of exercise, it's really making up for the lack of activity during the day. So I think what I'd say just now is I'm just about maintaining, improving fitness, but not actually losing any weight.
Last week you were 3 pounds up, I think you said. Is that right?
I know I've not checked. I'll check tomorrow. Tomorrow's my weigh-in day. I was 3 pounds down again last week, so I went 3 up and then 3 down. But I've not checked. Tomorrow morning I'll check.
What else has been going on? What's going on? Like, how do you feel?
I was said to come over the disappointment of realising that the marathon's a bad idea. So that's been a bit, yeah. Things like that affect me. They shouldn't, but I'm just, there's just always busy. There's always new things to introduce at work. So
how's it affecting you?
It affects my mood, and I'm trying to stay calm as much as I can. But it's difficult because I'm used to things happening. But when you're doing things that you're not really sure about yourself and you're in the unknown, it's even more acute, the feelings that you get. And you feel as if, why am I doing this? You doubt yourself. And it feels quite lonely sometimes. Painful. There's been issues. One of them just walking out the door.
So tell me, you pulling out of the marathon, what does that mean? Like, what does that make you?
It tells me that I'm not very good at failure. I'm not very good at dealing with failure, or what I perceive as failure. I tell myself it's failure. And actually, I was going to go and run as far as I could on Sunday. I didn't do it because I felt a numbness in my left toe. Had it for about a week. So I thought I better not tempt it, but I had actually eased off. I didn't do a hill climb on Saturday there because I was going to give myself every chance to see how far I could go. And went for a rerun this morning and had the calf issue, which was weird. So I just feel a bit all over the place actually. It's really difficult.
So let's go
last
back
week or
to,
so.
you said it makes you feel like a failure. Are you a failure?
No.
Why?
No, to anyone looking on the outside, I'm just in my formative years, my influences weren't the best. Because I was a good lad, but never get much credit for anything, only criticism, a lot of mental abuse. And when you're in your comfort zone, you can mask it, you can hide it, no bother. But when you're pushing yourself to your limits, most days, then something goes wrong. It's really hard for it not to. The destructive, self-destructive behaviour, and that can just be giving yourself a hard time. I don't abuse my body with alcohol or drugs anymore, so that's how I know I'm not a failure, because I've come back through the brink of some seriously dodgy positions to be in life that we've probably all faced at one point or another. It's something I always say, no, let's reverse back for where you're going there. I don't know. And it always seems to come in threes. It's like, it's never one wee thing that you can take in your stride. Seems to be, and they can come to all different directions. But that is a secret of life, how you deal with them. And at one point, I was struggling to even get the time together to look at the videos this week, but been a tough morning, and it tends to be other people letting me down that affects me the most. So I'm not really sure. You've caught me in a bad morning.
There's no such thing as a bad morning.
In a bad frame of mind, and I just want to go fucking nuclear.
Are you angry?
Not as angry as it used to be. Frustration's probably a better word for it. Then I feel bad because I might have upset people. So it's just like this.
Who have you upset?
Oh, my wife. Definitely.
How do you know?
She just stormed it there, slammed the door shut. Now we've been talking about stuff. You're running your own business. I don't know. Kamal, do you run your own business?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
You feel like you're the only driving force or the only one who's keeping tabs on things, and you're trying to pass over responsibility to other people, and accountability to other people, and you just don't. There's no real impetus there for them to be as invested as you are, and it's not even that. It's not even that black and white. Sometimes it's just like, why has that not been done? And it's just like, I'm trying to move, drag the ship forward. It feels like you've got a big rope wrapped around your waist and you're pulling it all by yourself. Sometimes people will jump on and give you a hand for a day or two, but you just feel like you're fucking doing it all by yourself. And actually, when I say I get angry or upset, I'm not even raising my voice. I'm just like stating facts in a cold and emotionless manner now, because I know I can't. If I raise my voice or become animated or become angry, then I lose. I mean, which adds to my frustration.
When was the last time that you got like animated and angry at the same time?
I don't know, because my definition of anger is maybe different for others. It was probably a few weeks ago down at Troon Beach.
What happened?
Well, the kids were arguing about the dog and how best to deal with the dog. And they're proper angry, but there was things going on at work as well, which maybe sort of triggered the emotional response. I'm getting much better at spotting my triggers and
So
realising that.
What triggered you to react in that moment?
I just felt I wasn't being listened to. I was getting ganged up on by my wife and my two children, and they were undermining me in my opinion about the dog, which was basically as simple as, what we're doing is not working, guys. We need to think of something else. And I was getting just ridiculed by my own kids. And Amanda was backing them up. So that I just said to them, well, you can all just fuck off then. Get the fucking train home. You know, they're teenage kids, they're like 16 and 18. Like, and their mother was with them. They did come round. I just had to get away. I just had to walk away from them.
How did it make
What's that?
How did it make you feel when you weren't being listened to?
Yeah, just worthless. Hopeless. Because you can't, you know, even since then, all that's been getting focused on is my reaction and not the point I was trying to make, which was completely valid and still hasn't really gone ahead. I don't know, but there's been plenty of times in the past when I've just been wrong. I've just been aggressive and shouted Amanda and the kids down to win the argument. So as much as I feel there's never any winners really, but yeah, it's difficult. And when you're working together and your wife's your partner in a business, things aren't getting done. And it's probably my biggest battle, actually, that I face in life. Because the whole point of doing the thing with Stevie and stuff was to get work-life balance, to make things better at home, to have better relationships with family.
You deserve it.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, of course. Yeah, deserve it. And they deserve a better dad as well. So, and a better husband. But every day we fail.
and then what happens?
We go again, get back up, and we go again.
And how do you feel each time that you get back up?
That I want to do better. I want to find a solution. I don't want this to happen again. But it's happened again this morning, and it's not really. I don't know how I don't know how I'm supposed to address when people don't perform. It's pretty much without emotion and still caused an upset reaction and stuff. Am I supposed to just let the business, crash and burn? But didn't want to upset you there, so just let it crash. So,
How do you feel about talking about this today?
that helps. Helps when you're talking to strangers about it and their feedback and it's another point of view. I don't even know how we got into this. I think I was just saying I was having a bad sort of week. I thought the main reason was coming off the vape, because that's a really powerful so what you use a powerful sort of habit that I once had that I would use as a bind.
You think the vape was just a distraction from this?
I think that the vape has actually changed, caused actual physical difference where I was more rested when I was sleeping and stuff. I actually didn't realise how much of a stimulant the vape must have been. I feel as if I've been coming off a stimulant. So I feel more rested. I feel I've got more energy in my muscles. Yeah, it's not been a small thing. Yeah, so I think I just feel all over the place. That's probably the best way to describe it. At the moment.
Are you up for doing a weird exercise?
A weird exercise?
Yeah.
What harm can it do?
Are you up for it, or
Go for it.
you sure? You don't even know what it is.
It's the unknown.
What?
I've just to say yes to the unknown at all times.
Yeah.
Right.
You sure?
No, I'm not sure, but yeah, anyway.
All right. So I'm going to give you a little exercise to do. There's two I've got in my head, but I'm trying to pick out which one I think would be one to try first.
There was a guy on LinkedIn yesterday that says, do the 3 C's or don't do the 3 C's. Don't criticize, don't condemn, and don't, what was the other one? Complain. Is something like that? That didn't last long.
So here's what we'll do. How do you feel about jumping in the cold sea?
Well, it's
You got the sea near you?
no, really. Troon's a good half an hour drive away.
Half hour.
I do my thing with James Dawson, whereby I plunge into an ice cold bucket.
Is there a, do you live near people?
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a secluded area like around you, like you've got woods, or
Yeah, there's a park. Yeah,
do people go there, or
yeah, yeah. You want me to jump bollock into a river or something?
well, if you can find a place that you feel that you can go to,
Mm-hmm.
it's not going to be the sea one. Like find a place that you can go to and just scream at the top of your lungs.
So about that.
Oh, right, okay.
And I want you to get really, really, really angry.
Okay. Scream, get angry. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
And then just
How many times? Just as
well,
many times as you need.
do it once and then do it louder. 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 And then do it louder until you can't go any louder.
Right, Kamal, you go first.
I'll let you go. I'll let you do it.
Then when you go into your workout, into your next workout after that,
Mhm.
I want you to bring back or get really angry while doing the workout.
Okay.
Okay. So once you've done those, then we're going to journal your thoughts and feelings from doing that.
So, okay.
Okay.
Trying to think if I can go far enough. I did go a long walk where I got lost after a scream last Saturday. I really did. I took the dog a walk up through my local park, and I thought I'm going to follow the river, but it kind of goes to bits where it's not really a path anymore, and you're just sort of getting up the side of a ravine and things like that. You know, kind of slipped into a stream as well. That was quite good. But I did end up in a field in the middle of fucking nowhere. Yeah, that'd be a strange one actually.
All right. So we'll look forward to hearing.
You probably will hear. Where are you, Kamal? You down in London somewhere?
Kamal's down near Essex, I think, isn't
Yeah, you
Yeah.
might hear me. You might hear me if you're Essex. I've got a mighty roar.
Fucking my ears open.
Maybe be like a Braveheart one, like freedom.
it? All right, guys.
Right, okay.
All right. So I'm going
Yep.
to fade in a couple of minutes. I've got my son to go and get to school.
No bother.
All right. Thank you.
All right, boys. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Speak soon.
Yeah.
Take care, Kamal. Bye bye.
Take care. Bye.